he has done shorthand. He had a badge on his blazer.
This boy will never make a typist.
He can do 40 words a minute.
Shut up.
No, he must take up a dramatic career.
But I've sacrificed all down the line in order for him to land a job in an office.
Oh, Mrs. Orton, your son must go in for a scholarship to RADA.
An actress. Never forget her face. An actress. God save us. She'll be in the gutter before she's 20. She said. And she was right, I was. It was quite pleasant. And she said, what have we reared? I remember her saying to my father. As if I was a heifer, you know. And you've been watching too much television, an actress.
Julie's mother, Mary, emigrated from County Mayo during the Second World War. She settled in Birmingham and married Tom Walters, a local builder and decorator. They had 2 sons and a daughter, Julie. Julie's childhood was spent in Bishopton Road in Smethwick, near Birmingham.
I love Birmingham. I feel vastly nostalgic when I go back. I've lived longer away from Birmingham than I did in it, although they were very, obviously, the formative years, the most intense years. '69 Bishopton Road. Never realised the significance of the number until I was about 30. Very sad, isn't it? Oh, I feel really, really apprehensive about this. I suppose it just represents something deeply private. I know I talk a lot, you know, about my life and my family and all of that, but this is like, well, it's going back to very intense sort of formative time, you know, and it feels deeply, deeply in there somewhere. I'm dreading looking inside. I'm sure it's utterly different, but I'm kind of intrigued, I suppose, to see if there's a sort of, see if it smells the same. Do you know what I mean? I'll see if I can detect anything of our family life left in there, but I shouldn't think I will. But we didn't have the poplars before. My mother would have loved these. Privacy. Don't put the light on without the curtains drawn, you know. All of that, she'd have liked that. Oh, bloody hell. What? You shove it all away. Move on, grow up, cut your hair, and it's all there waiting, isn't it? Waiting to be dealt with. The windowsill makes me think of, God, my mother thrashing me for climbing on it. Someone coming out of it. Oh, God, it's Jean Warner. I've got to go and say hello. Hi, Jean. How are you? How are you?
Long time no see.
At this time, I lost your address.
Oh, well, it's not good enough.
I know it's not good enough, but I haven't lost it.
Oh,
These are...
lovely to see you.
And you. These, Jean and Michael live next door, but one, obviously, to us. And
Grew up together and
played together.
pretend.
I know. I'm going to go and have a look in there in a minute, and I'm really dreading it. Do you know anything about it?
Not at all, no. Michael probably.
Well, I think it's been converted into flats. So
Right.
it's nothing like it used to.
No. Well, they've chopped off all the bay windows.
That's right.
No characters.
Listen, take it easy.
Okay, ciao.
All right, see you. Bye. Bye-bye. Oh. God. Oh, dear. Right. It's all split up now, look. 69A. 69B. Which is it to be? Hello. Hello, you were expecting... Oh, God, those stairs. That banister was there when I was here. I think you could go through there then.
Yeah, would you like to come in?
Can I?
Yeah,
You're very kind to let all this motley crew of persons in.
Or you can follow your way up if you can remember.
I can. Do you know, in there, is that still...
Oh, it's not drinking.
That was a little pantry. No, don't worry. That was a little pantry.
I'll leave the doors open.
Now, these stairs, I used to pretend to be a bus conductress on these stairs for hours. Is what I wanted to be for most of my childhood. Say, Beth, please. Oh, God. Hello, I'm sorry to interrupt. Oh, this was my mum and dad's bedroom. The bathroom's still there. It was the most... When I was a child, it was the most freezing bathroom in the entire world. In fact, the whole house was. It was like going to bed was like climbing the north face of the Eiger. I love these colours. This is quite like it was in a way because it's you know, the bay window's still there, which is so, you know, so much the part of the character of the room. I used to pull, they weren't these exact curtains, but they were sort of damask, I think. I used to pull them across, and I had this awful little ukulele, so and it would be, da-da! You know, what I used to sing, and Guy Mitchell songs, and I never felt more like singing the blues, you know, all of that sort of thing. So that's how it started, really, in here with my Auntie Claire, who's not with us any longer, but watch her bath the baby, and God, they cooked their meals in here in this little room. And
The Walters home was often crowded with relatives and friends, and presiding over it all was Julie's maternal grandmother, Bridget O'Brien.
my grandmother was already living with us when I was born. She came over in 1945 from Ireland when my grandfather died. The farm was sort of sold for nothing, apparently, and much to my mother's chagrin. And she came over to live with us. I think that must have been a big blow because she suffered 2 strokes shortly afterwards. And my brothers used to say, at the 3rd stroke, she will be 78.
Ready to order, sir? Madam?
Jane?
Yes, what's the soup of the day, please?
I'll just go and find out.
Poor Grandma. She was quite doolally. We used to have great fun with her, though, as children, because she'd give us anything. We'd come in and say, I want a sugar sandwich, Grandma. You know, and she'd make it, because my mother would be at work. She'd make these sugar sandwiches. And we used to get her to... She was like a bit like a child to us, and it was very sad, but we didn't know. We loved her. You know, she was great fun. Go and ask Grandma if you could have £5 out of her purse, which was a lot of money, you know, and her mother went mad.
Ready to order, sir? Madam?
Yes, I wanted to know what the soup of the day was.
That's right. No. I forgot. I'll just go and check. Won't be one moment.
It was very hard for my mother, 3 kids, you know, and poor old Grandma, who used to sit beside the fire, and you'd turn her, you never knew what to expect from her. We'd be having our tea, you'd turn her, and there would be Grandma eating a boiled egg with coal tongs next to the fire.
Soups.
I don't believe this. These are empty. Waitress! Oh, God preserve us.
Look, we'll have to go.
Oh, you must have been quite peckish.
The thing is, she doesn't mind looking horrible. You know, she's the first one to put on a false stomach and pop, you know, varicose veins down her tights. And also, because she stands in a slightly hunched way, except when she remembers. And if I say, oh, you know, put your hump into this, she'd do it more. And she's just really good. She just lets you she lets you use all these things. I mean, I think I'm really cruel to her. I don't mean to be, but I think I've used all terrible